Chris, thank you very much for sitting down with us ahead of the Lincoln game. First off, how has the international break looked for you and the lads?
Yeah, it's been good. We after the Shrewsbury game, we had a little bit of training and then a few days off, and then we've come back in this week and we've been working hard. We've had a very physically demanding week, early in the week anyway, in terms of our training, because it's the last little bit of team training we'll get in because of the volume of games we've got coming up. So yeah, it's been good. We've been training hard and working well, and looking forward to this weekend's game.
Absolutely. And you mentioned how hard the training has been, but how important was it to also give them that few days off after, like you mentioned, what's been a really tough run of games?
Yeah, I mean, I always, like to use the international breaks to refresh physically and mentally. That's for staff and players. I think that's really important over a long season, and it paid dividends for us last international break, and I'm hoping that little bit of a refresh will do the same again.
We spoke previously about Pate getting that South Korea call up. Do you and the rest of the coaches always keep a really keen eye on everyone who's performing internationally?
Yeah, we keep in touch with them. We look out for them, and obviously hope they can feature and do well and come back healthy to us. And yeah, it sounds like they've all had pretty productive times away, and they're all back with us now, ready to go again.
What are your reflections on the last couple of games, of course, going from that disappointment at Charlton to what was a really good performance against Shrewsbury?
Yeah, I think the Charlton game was like any defeat. It's sometimes when you come away and look at it, it's never as bad as you think, and when you win, it's never as good as you think when you analyse it rationally. So there were some things we did well, but ultimately we fell short of our normal level. So there are things to learn, absolutely, and always painful. But you got to follow that up with the Shrewsbury game, which I thought was one of our best performances of the season, especially the first half. Well, it would have been our best first half of the season, I think, So yeah, and regardless of the competition, that's always really encouraging for me to see that kind of reaction in the football that we played. So yeah, mixed week, I suppose, emotionally in that sense, but we bounced back, and now it's important that we face a big challenge this weekend and we're ready for it.
How key do you think it was to take a win and a performance like that into the break as well?
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's a defeat lingers with you. You don't want that over. It ruins any sort of time off. You really don't get to relax and refresh a little bit, because you're constantly thinking about the previous defeat. So yeah, in that sense, it probably gave everyone a chance to step back. And I've reviewed the season so far with the players this week, where we are, what we've done well, what we need to improve, and it's always process over outcome. You can't just say we need to win this, because you end up just fixating on the wrong things. We need to focus on how we play, our performance levels, how we train, what we do every day, and the outcomes will take care of themselves.
It's a trip to Sutton United in the FA Cup in a couple of weeks' time, selected for TV as well. Is that a competition everyone's excited for at the club?
Yeah, I mean, it's the FA Cup, it's a brilliant competition, and yeah, I mean, I was obviously at Leicester, we won the FA Cup and have experienced that. So yeah, for us, another opportunity, another competition to give our best and see how far we can go. But Sutton United away, again, not expecting it to be an easy one, another challenge for us. So, but that's a few games down the line now.
Of course, we announced recently the new deals for Paik, Laird and Keshi Anderson as well. How pleased were you with that, and how key can those players be going forward?
Yeah, I mean, they're all quality players. It's great for us that they've committed to what we're doing here, that they want to be here, we want them here, and that's a good start point, and hopefully they can all keep growing and improving with the club.
Along with Bielik's extension in the summer as well, is it another sign of where the club is going, that these key players are willing to commit more of their careers here?
Yeah, it is exactly that. It's a symbol of where we are, where we're going, or where we hope to go, and they believe in that vision, and they want to be part of that. So all players that could and have played at a higher level, and but from my point of view, since I've been here, they've all been fully committed to what we're doing. They've all delivered excellent performances and fully deserve their contract extensions.
Of course, Bielik went down injured a week or so ago. What was the issue there, and is he potentially in line for a more speedy recovery?
Yeah, he got a knock on his ankle, and I think he'll be a few more weeks yet. Nothing too definitive. It's just day by day, really, with with these injuries, you're never sure which direction they can take. So we sort of monitor it, but he looks out of this weekend's game, and we'll see where we go from there.
Are any of the other lads who are out injured currently potentially in line for a return this weekend, or a little bit longer?
We have, Ethan Led's been training again, which is really positive news because he made a great start to the season. Luke Harris, light training. We know Dion came back and played. He's been out for a while as well. So there's been a few of those that have come back into it. So no, that's been promising.
In terms of Lincoln, how impressed have you been with how they've started this season and the form that they've been in?
Yeah, I have. They finished 7th last year. They're now 4th. So that tells you that they're a proper team at this level, and especially at home, defensively strong, organised, physical. I think they're a decent outfit, and I think for us it's going to be a test to try and break them down, to deal with their game. They get the ball forward early and set pieces, and they've made a strong start, so we need to be at our best.
Just finally, like you mentioned, it's another really busy schedule of games coming up. How are the lads feeling physically going into this busy period?
Yeah, I think they're feeling fresh and ready. Like I say, we had a good, strong training week. We've got them all to a good level fitness-wise. We want to play with intensity and energy, so we need to be fit for that, to play for 100 minutes every single game. And yeah, we're in a good place. We're now ready. I say everyone's comes back in after international duty, and we're all one team again. And we look forward to a busy 3 league games in a week.
Gaffer, thank you very much.
Thank you.